I hate to start off on a negative note, but I have some bad news to share with you. Your robo-advisor is treating you like a robot. That's right. So despite all of the advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning, despite the very diverse background across the country that we all have, different social priorities, different political affiliations certainly, different incomes, different career paths, somehow we've all ended up in the same 5 ETFs anyways. All right? And what are those portfolios actually made out of? I don't know. You know, if you're invested in pharmaceutical companies that gouge their customers, or invested in companies that are environmentally conscious, or invested in companies you just don't believe in their business model, their economics. It's really hard to know. And who are you going to call, right? Who are you going to connect with? Because at the end of the day, this is as much about peace of mind, right? Peace of mind that you're doing the right thing for your family, as it is for the return on the statement at the end of the year. And you're all sitting back there and you say, that's great, Bob, but what does this mean for my company? You know, the people paying us to be here today? Well, $50 trillion, that's the investable assets of Gen X and millennials over the course of the next 10 years, right? So how are you connecting with those people? The same people who said 98% of whom would move their funds from their current wealth manager or advisor. That is the problem that HEDG was founded to solve. HEDG has built the most innovative and personalized digital investment platform that also connects you with the best human advisors in the world. How do I know they're the best? Because they work for you, our clients and partners. Let's dive in and take a look. So what we have here is a new client, Daniel. Daniel, based on his normal onboarding and risk questionnaire, has come up with the following allocation for his investment pool. So this is really where the similarities end. Let's go ahead and jump into the 12.7% we've allocated to the total stock market based on HEDG's algorithms. So here, we can really begin to personalize and customize the investments for the customer. We can jump into Warren Buffett's and see the investments that he has, which equities would fit this risk profile. And we have total control here. We can buy fractional shares of all of these. We can delete them. We can sort and filter by ticker, by sector. But maybe you're interested in something a little bit broader, a little bit more diversified. Let's jump into the S&P 500. So no additional cost, transactional cost to the client, we're willing to buy fractional shares of the entire S&P 500. But we'll do you one better. We're going to give you total control here. So let's just get rid of some oil and gas companies. Let's say I'm a socially responsible investor. You know what, Dan, let's get rid of the whole sector. All right, so now essentially what I've done, I've created my own personalized fund, right? This is Dan's S&P 491. Let's go ahead and execute that. HEDG automatically allocates the correct amount of money based on our allocation from the previous screen, confirm the purchase. And now we have our own personalized fund. Now I can go through and do the rest of them. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but for the sake of time, let's just go ahead and trust HEDG's recommendations and buy the remaining. All right. Now when we go to our home news feed, this is where the personalization really starts to show up. And this is what your customers expect, right? So based on the information that we've gathered, your interactions on the platform, the things you've invested in or not invested in, we're going to go ahead and bring forward information that's relevant to you, finally. Right? So here we've filtered out all the oil and gas industry. So we're showing you some oil and gas information. Not only that, but I'd like to point out that we can now offer you actual personalized advice because we know more about you. You're more than just a blank ETF to us. So here we're showing you the potential to invest in Chevron, explore limit orders. Now I'd also like to point out two other things in this feed that are important. One is the social aspect, the discovery here. So we have some information on friends, people, connections that you follow. They could be local advisors or individuals that you are just friends with. And we can finally see the returns because, to be honest, we're not trading stock tips on the golf course anymore. That's not how we do our investing. So here we can see the returns from last year, jump into the portfolio, see what they have, replicate it. More importantly to the people in this room even, is the ability to connect with a human advisor. So here we have some sponsored content from Richard. And this is going to be personalized, again, based on the things that you're interested in, things you've interacted with in the past and your priorities. We can also jump in and see Richard's profile, learn more about him, his experience, the areas of expertise that he has. And this is an important part of discovery. Customers nowadays do lots and lots of research before they make a decision like this. So there's one final point of discovery that I think is really interesting, and we're going to go over here to the messages platform. So if you have a question, let's say I want to know more about Roth IRAs, right? I can jump in here and I can talk to the HEDG personal assistant and ask them some simple questions. Now HEDG, again, because we're working for the companies in this room, is going to answer that question, but we're also going to give the user some options about discovering potentially new people who you can interact with at your firms in order to learn more about the products and services that you offer. So yes, I'd like to talk to an advisor in my area. Now HEDG, based on all the information, again, that we know, all of that personalized content and your interactions, is going to find people with similar profiles, right? I'm a socially conscious investor, or I'm long in tech stocks and overweighted. Here, we've introduced Kelly and Carl. Kelly and Carl look at local advisors who share similar interests or similar areas of expertise. So based on this, and all of these opportunities, if your company is interested in how they're engaging with this demographic shift, these digitally native investors who think of themselves as self-directed, but are also interested in concierge service, that $50 trillion of assets, that opportunity, if you're interested in that, come meet us in the back in the networking area and let's talk about how we can partner further. Enjoy your lunch.